when the deep questioning is there, the question, the only question actually, disappears as question, it remains as a fire, and this fire makes that anything you look at, you burn it, anything you touch, you burn it. That means you're not entitled anymore to securize yourself with the object of perception. It's a kind of curse which you must welcome. Later on, it will change. When something will be integrated, then you can again play with perception, you can again enjoy the situation and so on and so on. But there is a moment where there is a kind of withdrawal of all dynamism. In the Christian text, it's called the crossing of the desert. In the Indian tradition, it is symbolized by the Camunda, which is the ultimate form of Kali. Chamunda's breast empty. She's the only goddess with empty breast. Why? Because there is no the slightest power to manifest anything. It's the ultimate resorption of manifestation. So that's why only ascetic are entitled to live with Chamundas. Laymen are not entitled to live with Chamunda because Chamunda bring disaster, bring death, bring illness, sickness, bring financial failure, love failure. So you'll never see an Indian layman having a Chamunda in his bedroom. But sadhus can live with Chamunda because they already lost everything. There's nothing else to lose. So this dryness crosses the desert, or what symbol Camunda mean is a moment where you all the energy and free themselves from outside stimulation and go slowly towards the heart, not knowingly. It's not like a yogi who try to concentrate his inner energy. It does exist, it is traditional, but it's not our way. But here it is, when you have understood very deeply what you don't want, you don't know yet what you want, because you know that what you want you cannot know where it is, because it is not somewhere, you can only think of somewhere, because you can only think in space and time. So you give up even the fantasy of finding what you want. You just know what you don't want anymore. You know that what you're looking for is not in a perception, is not in a situation. So the energy naturally concentrates towards the heart. And the energy is concentrated enough, by grace, not by will, it will open up. And the answer will be revealed as an experience, not as a semantic answer. The answer is oneness, but in an experimental way. So this process is very organic. But it may seem very complex for the person who follows it, because you don't know you cannot grab anything anymore. But it is, actually it is the only way. If one doesn't go through that, one can never understand the perspective. But it is momentary. It has this limit in time. But for that you must be totally accepted. You must be ready to die with it. So sometimes you go rise up and again we project and hope, maybe if I do this, maybe if I do that, maybe it's better if I do this, maybe I should not do that. And again you see the fantasy again. You're again trying to find yourself in a situation. This is better, this is worse. There is no better, no worse. but is very unthinkable. So we cannot qualify it. So, and again you come back to this intimacy. Actually, the whole process is a grace in action. Grace is not something to come because of the process. The process is the sign of grace in action. But for the sake of its functioning, the person in which the grace is acting should not know about it. Otherwise something will stop. So he will receive no comfort from nowhere. That's part of the grace transmission.